The story takes place in a small town in the countryside, where we meet the Silvera family. The plot revolves around Helena Silvera, a middle-aged woman, and her daughter Anna, an ambitious and egocentric young woman. The relationship between Helena and her mother, Dona Beatriz, is complicated and marked by neglect and disdain, sowing seeds of resentment and life lessons that will unfold over the years. Helena, a determined and career-focused woman, always prioritized her own interests. In her mind, professional advancement and personal achievements were of utmost importance, relegating everything else to the background. However, as the years passed, Helena began to realize that her mother, Dona Beatriz, was aging and increasingly in need of care. One morning, while having coffee in her modern kitchen, Helena received a call from Beatriz's caregiver. "Mrs. Helena, your mother had another fall last night. Nothing serious, but we need to talk about more intensive care," the caregiver informed with a worried tone. After hanging up the phone, Helena sighed deeply, feeling the weight of responsibility. "I can't put my career aside now, just when I'm about to be promoted," she murmured to herself, trying to justify her feelings of inadequacy. She knew something needed to be done, but the idea of having her mother live with her seemed inconceivable. Later that day, Helena visited Dona Beatriz. Sitting in her rocking chair with a distant look, Beatriz seemed more fragile than ever.
Mom.
"How are you feeling today?" asked Helena, trying to sound cheerful.
Infine, dear.
"Just a bit tired. Age weighs, you know?" Beatriz replied with a weak but loving smile. "Mom, I've been thinking. I think it would be better for you to live in a place where you can receive adequate care all the time. A place where they can take care of you as you deserve," Helena said, trying to keep her voice steady. Beatriz was silent for a moment, absorbing her daughter's words. "A nursing home, you mean?" she asked, with a sad but unsurprised look. "It's not a nursing home, Mom. It's a very nice place, with professionals who will be able to take care of you. I'll visit as often as I can. It's for your own good, you know that, don't you?" Helena tried to smile, but there was hesitation in her eyes. "I understand, dear. If you think it's best for me," Beatriz replied, resigned. Her voice was soft, but the pain of feeling abandoned was evident in her eyes. Days later, as the two walked through the corridors of Dona Beatriz's new home, the elderly lady tried to find some solace in the situation. "I hope you're right, Helena. I hope this really is the best for me," she said, squeezing her daughter's hand. "It will be, Mom. I promise it will be," Helena replied, though a part of her questioned if she was really doing the right thing. As she left her mother at the nursing home, Helena gave her a final hug, feeling a silent but deep guilt. And so, Dona Beatriz resigned herself to her new reality, feeling betrayed but trying to maintain hope that Helena's decision was truly for the best. Helena, in turn, continued her life, haunted by doubt and the shadow of what might have been different if she had chosen the virtue of care over self-interest. As Helena continued to advance in her career, her daughter Anna grew up in an environment where ambition and individualism were not only valued but celebrated. From a young age, Helena made sure to instill in Anna the principles she believed were essential for success in the modern world. "Remember, Anna," Helena would say during dinners, "the world belongs to the strong. You need to fight for what you want without depending on anyone. Dependence is a sign of weakness." "But Mom," Anna would ask, her eyes large and curious, "what if someone needs my help? Shouldn't we help others?" Helena would sigh, trying to hide her frustration. "Of course, dear, helping is good, but never at the expense of your own goals. First, you need to ensure that you are strong and secure. Only then can you consider helping someone if it's really necessary." As the years passed, these lessons became deeply ingrained in Anna. She became a cold and calculating young woman, always focused on her own needs and desires. In school, she avoided deep emotional involvement and preferred strategic relationships that could benefit her ambitions. One day, in college, Anna was discussing a group project with her classmates. "We need to decide who will do which part," said one of her colleagues, Ricardo. Can someone help me with the research? I'm a bit overwhelmed. Anna looked at Ricardo with an impassive expression. Sorry, Ricardo, but everyone should do their part. If you can't handle the load, maybe you need to reconsider your priorities. Ricardo sighed, feeling the coldness in Anna's words. I understand, Anna, but isn't teamwork supposed to be about helping each other? Teamwork means efficiency, Anna replied promptly. If everyone does their part correctly, there will be no need for extra help. Simple as that. At home, Helena observed her daughter's behavior with a mix of pride and concern. You're doing very well, Anna. Focused, determined. But remember that sometimes life teaches us that we can't always control everything. Anna, with a serious expression, replied, I know, Mom, but as long as I can control, I will ensure my needs and goals always come first. Helena smiled, but a shadow of doubt passed through her eyes. She remembered her own mother, Dona Beatriz, and the decision she had made years ago. Just don't forget, Anna, that we are human. Sometimes we need each other more than we want to admit. Don't worry, Mom, said Anna, with an almost disdainful tone. I can take care of myself. And so, Anna continued her journey, guided by the values of strength and independence instilled by Helena. She became a successful figure, but with a heart shielded against the vulnerabilities that are part of the human essence. Helena, watching her daughter, couldn't help but wonder if, in her pursuit of success, she had neglected the deeper lessons of compassion and interdependence she had once learned but never valued enough. Years passed silently, and Dona Beatriz died alone in the nursing home, never having received a visit from Helena. The news of her death reached Helena through a call from the nursing home, a professional and distant voice informing her of her mother's passing. On the day of the funeral, Helena was impeccably dressed in black, but her expression remained impassive. Anna, now an adult woman and as ambitious as her mother, stood by her side, observing the scene with cold and calculating eyes. During the ceremony, as the coffin was lowered into the ground, Helena had a rare moment of reflection. I did what I thought was best, she thought, trying to justify her choices. But there was a twinge of doubt she couldn't ignore. She remembered the last time she saw her mother, the look of resignation in Dona Beatriz's eyes. Anna, noticing her mother's silence, asked, Is everything okay, Mom? Yes, Anna, Helena replied with a sigh. I was just thinking about how life leads us to make difficult choices. Choices that make us stronger, Anna said without hesitation. Grandma lived her life well. Now we need to continue with ours. Helena looked at Anna, seeing in her daughter a reflection of herself. You're right, dear, she said, forcing a smile. Life goes on. After the funeral, Helena and Anna left the cemetery and returned to their routines. Helena's life quickly returned to its usual rhythm of meetings, goals, and achievements. The memory of Dona Beatriz was relegated to a distant corner of her mind, a burden she preferred not to carry. Anna, in turn, was more determined than ever to follow in her mother's footsteps. I need to secure my promotion, she commented one evening while having dinner with Helena. Nothing can distract me now. You're on the right path, replied Helena, feeling a mix of pride and unease. Remember always to prioritize your goals. Don't worry, Mom, said Anna with a cold smile. I learned from the best. And so, Anna continued her journey, seeking success at any cost, mirroring the lessons of ambition and independence that Helena had taught her. As she became increasingly focused on her own goals, Anna also began to distance herself from human connections that did not bring her direct benefits. Helena, observing her daughter's trajectory, could not help but feel a growing emptiness. In rare moments of silence, she questioned whether the price of success was higher than she was willing to admit. But, true to her own upbringing, she quickly dismissed these thoughts, diving back into her life of relentless pursuit of achievements, while the shadow of Dona Beatriz silently loomed over them, reminding them of the importance of human connections that had been neglected in the name of success. Years passed, and Helena began to face the inevitable challenges of old age. Her strength diminished, and the daily tasks she once performed with ease became arduous. She felt the loneliness and fragility growing, forcing her to confront the harsh reality of her condition. One afternoon, after another frustrating attempt to climb the stairs of her house, Helena decided to swallow her pride and call Anna. With trembling fingers, she dialed her daughter's number. "Hi, Mom," Anna answered, her voice firm and impatient. "I'm in the middle of a meeting. Can it be quick?" "Anna, dear, I'm having trouble taking care of myself," Helena began, trying to keep her voice steady. "I need help." There was silence on the other end of the line before Anna responded. "Mom, you know I have a very busy schedule. I'm about to be promoted, and I can't afford distractions." "I understand, Anna," Helena replied, feeling a deep pain in her chest. "I just thought you could spare a bit of time to help me out." "I'll see what I can do," Anna said coldly, "but you need to find a solution that doesn't depend on me. I don't have time for this right now." After the call, Helena sat in silence, feeling the weight of the words she had once said to Dona Beatriz. She realized, with bitter clarity, that the values she had instilled in Anna had come back to haunt her. Now, in her moment of vulnerability, she faced the same abandonment she had imposed on her mother. In the following weeks, Helena's condition deteriorated. She tried to manage on her own, but her strength was fading. Anna's visits were sporadic and marked by impatience. "You need to find a nursing home, Mom," Anna said one day, echoing the same words Helena had said to Dona Beatriz years before. "I can't be here all the time." Helena, feeling a deep sense of resignation, realized she had no choice. She agreed to move to a nursing home, knowing that she was repeating the cycle she had once created. On the day she moved, Anna helped her pack with a distant and mechanical efficiency. "Take care, Mom," Anna said, giving her a brief hug. "I'll visit when I can." Helena watched as Anna walked away, feeling a profound loneliness enveloping her. As she settled into her new room at the nursing home, she looked out the window, reflecting on her life choices. She had lived according to her own values, and now, in the twilight of her life, she faced the consequences of those choices. In the silence of her new home, Helena thought of Dona Beatriz, understanding the pain of abandonment she had caused. She realized that, in her pursuit of success, she had lost sight of the human connections that gave life its true meaning. And now, in her final years, she faced the same fate, learning a lesson she had taught too late.